A team of hackers or armed bank robbers might steal millions. This thief crippled the financial framework of a nation using nothing but this. He built an illegal empire worth over 30,000 crores, roughly $4 billion, by compromising the very documents the economy relied on to function. The mastermind behind the operation was Abdul Karim Telgi. He was born into a modest family in Karnataka, India, and spent his early years selling fruit and peanuts on railway platforms just to support his family after his father died. His rise from a railway platform to the head of a multi-billion-dollar syndicate is a study in how an understanding of systemic trust can be used to print a parallel economy. In 1990s India, stamp paper was the oxygen of the economy. Every property deal, business contract, and insurance claim required these official, government-issued documents to be legally binding. But the government strictly controlled the supply. The official presses couldn't keep up with the volume of a growing nation, creating massive delays and artificial scarcity. For citizens trying to conduct business, the official system was a source of constant frustration. Where ordinary people saw an intimidating, immovable wall of bureaucracy, Telgi identified friction. He realized that a slow, inefficient system creates a desperate market for anyone who can provide a faster alternative. His genius was realizing he didn't need to fight the government. He just needed to provide a version of the system that worked better than the original. Telgi began by forging passports for his own travel company, but a brief arrest in 1991 only made him more ambitious. He emerged from jail with a plan to scale his operations to a national level. He legally purchased decommissioned printing machinery from the central government press and acquired the exact chemical formulas for the specialized ink used in official documents. The presses churned out documents so convincing that banks, insurance companies, and even courts accepted them as legal tender. The textures, the ink, and the weight felt identical to the official supply. When a replica is indistinguishable from the original, the human brain stops searching for flaws. Telgi exploited the fact that people instinctively trust things that look and feel official. By the late 90s, Telgi was running an operation involving over 300 agents and 100 banks. That size running for nearly a decade required more than just good printing. He realized that a simple bribe is a temporary fix. To protect his empire, he integrated officials, politicians, and police officers directly into his ecosystem. He turned the very people meant to stop him into his most loyal business partners. By choking the supply of genuine government paper, he actively drove desperate customers into his shadow supply chain. Authorities looked the other way because the shadow network was faster and more efficient, keeping institutions functioning and making conspirators incredibly wealthy. The scam didn't succeed despite the corruption, it grew because of it. No one stops a machine that is working exactly as intended. After 10 years of outsmarting the state, the boundaries of reality begin to blur. When a person operates above the law for a decade, they eventually start to believe the rules of gravity no longer apply to them. Telgi's discretion eventually collapsed under the weight of his ego. He reportedly spent over 80 lakh rupees on a single dancer in one night at a Mumbai bar. It was a loud, flashing signal to law enforcement that a massive, unregulated fortune was hiding in the shadows. In 2001, a single thread of fake paper seized in Bengaluru allowed investigators to finally begin unraveling the multi-state network. As the scale of the fraud became public, activists like Anna Hazare pushed for accountability, forcing the authorities to finally drag the corrupted system into the light. Telgi was convicted and sentenced to 30 years in prison, hit with a fine of over 200 crore rupees. His empire dissolved almost overnight. He proved that a shadow empire is only safe as long as it stays in the dark. The moment he chose to become visible, he guaranteed his own destruction. Beyond the crime itself, Telgi's story forces us to look at the mathematics of ambition. What happens when elite-level intelligence is stripped of its character? He applied strategic brilliance to identify a problem and build a solution. But every unethical shortcut he took was effectively borrowing energy from his future self at a massive interest rate. Eventually, that debt had to be paid. The man who once controlled the flow of billions spent his final years sick and broken in a hospital. He died in 2017 as a prisoner, isolated from the world he had tried so hard to manipulate. Talent and focus can make you rich, but only integrity and character have the power to keep you free. Do you believe intelligence or character ultimately determines the trajectory of a person's life? Share your thoughts below and subscribe to Brain Library for more deep dives. See you in the next chapter.